We have gone through a lot. Everything that I've learned over my past 10-year career, you now know. Everything that I've taught myself, that I've used to help me sell almost $1 billion a year in real estate in one of the hardest markets in the world, you now have. Literally. You can go back, you can rewatch every video, you have the worksheets, and I'm available too. I mean, you've got me through the vlog, you've got me through the TV shows. I am your mentor now for life because you and I are in this together. And that's a big reason that I wanted to do this, is that I wanted to unite as many real estate salespeople all around the world as I possibly could so that we are better together, that we're selling more together, that we are happier together. And remember, not everything that I've given you is gonna work for you. Some will work, some might not based on your market. And if you ever get stuck, don't freak out. Don't become overwhelmed. Do not quit because selling real estate is one of the greatest careers in the world. I guarantee it. So don't quit. Just take a step back, breathe, and go back to the basics. Rewatch all of the videos if you can. Rewatch some of them. Rewrite down your 4 tenets, your why, your work, your wall, your win. Remember those? Figure out what's going to keep you happy going forward. Figure out what you can do right now to jumpstart your day if you're having a really bad day and none of this stuff is working. Can you go outside and talk to a completely random stranger? Can you go to the bookstore and maybe meet someone who likes the same types of books you do? Can you increase your network even just a little bit so you can have a successful day? That would mean everything to you and to me if you were to do that. Because going back to the basics is even what I have to do all the time. The work that I do today is so different from the work that I did 10 years ago, and I never would have anticipated or imagined that I'd be where I am right now, even sitting here talking to you. And oftentimes, I have really, really bad days. I know it might not seem like it, but I do large deals. I also lose a lot of large deals. I have a large team that helps me, but I also lose a lot of team members to other agencies and to other team leaders. Now, I don't like those days at all, but I sit, I breathe, I go back to basics, and I remember too, something from when I was acting. There's a play called Hamlet. And if you're too young, and if you haven't done Shakespeare, maybe you haven't heard of it. But in Hamlet, he says, "There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." Which is something to think about, right? Because situations are neither really good or bad, unless they're life or death, so don't get me wrong. But in real estate, everything is just always moving forward at 1,000 miles an hour. And if you're in that car, if you're in that bullet train on this sales road, you can look outside the window on the left and see sunshine, or you can look outside the window on the right and see clouds and rain. Because nothing good or bad is actually happening. You just make it so based on how you think about it in that given moment. It's an amazing thing once you realize that you actually have the power to control your own happiness in this business. And that, when I realized that, changed everything for me. That ready, set, go mantra that I have and your mantra that we worked on during the 60-second exercise, that's gonna propel you forward every single day for the rest of time. Even if you're not a real estate agent in the next year or 10 years or life takes you elsewhere, because you're gonna know that every day is a race. You just don't know what type of race you're gonna run until it's over. And that's so scary, but it's also so awesome. It's so exciting. It's the whole reason we're alive. So I want you to look out the left window. If you ever get stuck and you ever need a moment, remember that the sun is always shining somewhere and it can't rain all the time. And I want you to take a step back and I want you to remember the basics and I want you to think about one person. Who are you working for every day? Why did you do this course in the first place? If you've made it this far, you've done the whole thing. Who'd you do it for? Did you do it for your kids? Did you do it for your spouse, your parents, other agents? I don't think so. You did it for you. You did it for you, and you did it for you in the future. You did it for you tomorrow, you did it for you in a year, you did it for you in 10 years. Because you want to sell more. You want to increase your lifestyle. You want to lead a better life. You want to be happier. And now you have the tools. You have the secrets. You have all the tips and tricks that I've used for the last 10 years to get to that place, because that's who you're going to work for. And you're going to get there one day to future you. And that person's gonna be happy with what you've done for them, instead of being unhappy that you wasted your potential. Because now you're here, now you know more, and now you can sell more with everything we've done together. So that's it. That's the end of the course. Ready, set, go.